Hello, it's Leslie Fightmaster, and welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. Today's class is a total body workout type class for detoxing. So let's sit up nice and tall. Take a moment to settle into your breath. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and visit fightmasteryoga.com. Take a moment now to set your intention for your practice. And then as you're sitting tall, we'll inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, turn to your right, reach the arms out to a T. You can inhale to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, see if you can twist maybe a little bit more. And then left hand behind you, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, take the left arm across and twist. Right arm is behind you. Every inhale, lengthen. Every exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Sweep the arms up. Exhale again, arms to a T. And then we'll turn to the left. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, see if you can twist in a little bit more. And then left hand behind, inhale, right arm up, and exhale, take it across, twisting maybe a little deeper. Again, inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. So twisting, of course, is very good as part of the detoxification process. So is getting warm, which is what we'll work on next. So sitting up nice and tall, we'll come right into Navasana boat pose. You can hold on behind the knees or take the arms alongside your body. But lift your chest and keep your spine long. So you can hold on if you can't keep the spine long, if you're rounded. Then fingertips behind you, take your feet flat on the floor, lift up. You can stay right here or practice Kapalabhati breath. So exhaling through the nose. And release back down into Navasana. So again, sitting tall, maybe the legs will straighten if you can keep your spine long and you're not rounding through the back. Lifting the chest as you breathe here, draw the lower belly in. And then back to Purvottanasana, lift up. So you don't have to do Kapalabhati, but if you'd like, it's a forced exhale. And release it down. One more round. So inhaling to Navasana, knees bend or straight, or remember you can hold on to the legs, but keep the chest lifted, keep the spine nice and long. Long breaths here. And one more, reverse table lift up, either stay or put in your Kapalabhati, exhaling. And release down. Rolling forward onto the hands and knees. And then just step right back into downward facing dog. Spread out the fingers and just bicycle the legs here. Arms are shoulders distance apart, the feet hips width. Arms and ears are in line. And then bend both knees, stick your buns up and lengthen through the spine. Keep all that length and then straighten through your legs. Keep pressing the weight up into the hips and then reaching it down to the heels. Inhale, come forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. And then exhale, slowly lower down to the belly. As you inhale, take a little cobra pose. Peel the chest up, pull the hands toward the feet, widening across the collarbones. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift up, knees can be up or down, and make your way back into downward dog. Again, stretching back and breathing here. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Inhale, plank. We'll do the same thing. Exhale, slowly, slowly. Start to hug the elbows in as you lower to your belly. Keep the legs nice and active. Inhale again, cobra. Maybe a higher cobra if you like. Or stick with lower. Either way is fine. Just keep the belly lifted. Tuck the toes pressing up to plank. Knees can be up or down, and then lift the hips again, downward facing dog. Stretch back, get really long. Inner thighs are spinning back. Keep the breath steady. Inhale again to plank. Exhale, slowly lower to the belly. Hands by low ribs. Inhale to cobra, a low or a high. And then, if you want up dog, you can lift the thighs off the floor and then lower back down. Press up to plank, knees up or down, and then lift the hips down dog. Good. Breathing here. Gaze between your knees or your feet. Make sure the fingers are spread. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, bring your knee forward toward the nose. Shoulders are over the wrists. Inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, take it forward toward your right tricep. So if you can touch the arm, don't touch it and rest. Just leave it up. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, take it across over toward your left tricep. Keep pressing away from the floor. Inhale the leg up. Now bend the knee, open up the hip. So stretch your hip open. And then take that foot back down to the floor. We'll do the left leg. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Bring the leg right in toward the belly. Inhale, lift that leg high. Exhale, take it to the outside of the left tricep as high as you can, but don't let it rest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it forward over to the right tricep, twist. Draw the leg in tightly. Inhale and lift. And bend the knee, open up the hip. Stretch it open, get a nice stretch through your hip. And then square off the hips, set that foot back down. Inhale, plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. So Chaturanga, you can always keep your knees down. Look forward, bend the knees, step or hop your feet up. Take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold over the legs. And then inhale, press through the feet, rise all the way up and look up. Exhale to Samastitihi. So continue to flow, hands at heart center. Find your Tadasana at the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back or jump back, landing in Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, always your choice. Exhale, lift the hips, stretch back into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Pause a moment, knee toward nose, and then step it all the way up. Spin your back heel flat, line up heel to arch, and inhale for warrior two. Gazing over your fingertips. Make sure the right knee is over the ankle and pointed straight ahead. And now take your left hand behind your back, reverse your warrior, but we're not going to hold on to the leg. Then lean forward, side angle. Instead of taking forearm to thigh, take your right arm into your belly and wrap it around. We'll do that a couple times. So inhale, reverse, left arm behind the back, keep the front knee bent. Exhale, come up and wrap your right arm around your belly, left arm in line with ear. Try to lengthen the breath again. Inhale, reverse. Left hand behind. Exhale, lean forward. Right arm wraps around belly, left arm by left ear. Then inhale, bring the hands to the inside of your right foot. Knee is over the ankle for lizard pose. If you'd like, you can come down to your forearms, or if you have a block handy, you can put your forearms on your block. So keep pulling the right hip back. The back knee can be down for a little more support. Breathing here. So we're going to stay there, or option to put your right shoulder underneath your right leg for Eka Pada Koundinyasana. Lean forward, lifting the back leg up, and then sweep the leg back for Chaturanga. Here, just step back and move through your Vinyasa. Inhaling up dog, And exhaling to down dog, left side. Inhale the left leg back and up from the inner thigh. Exhale and just draw it in. Bring the leg right near the belly and then step it between the hands. Back foot flat. Inhaling, come up, warrior two. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. And it's moving a little toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Now reverse. Right hand behind the back, left arm in line with left ear. Inhale, lean forward, left hand to belly, right arm up and over. And again, inhale to reverse, long inhale. Exhale, side angle without taking the left hand for support. This creates a little more heat. One more time, inhale. Lengthening out the breath as you move through these motions. Exhale and coming forward. And then hands to the inside of the left foot. Pick up the back heel into lizard. Make sure that left knee is still in line with the ankle. You can take your hands or forearms down to the floor or put forearms on a block. Back knee could also be down. Breathing here, opening that hip. Knee and second toes are in line. So you can stay with just breathing here and stretching open that hip, or take your left hands, press your calf, left shoulder underneath left knee. Lean your body weight forward so the back leg can come up. And then take that leg back, Chaturanga, or just step back. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Stretch all the way back. Keep gazing between the knees or the feet. Arms, shoulders, distance, feet, hips width. Firm the leg muscles. Breathe. Inhales and exhales equal in length through the nose. And then look up, bend the knees, step or hop up. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. And exhale, fold and crown of the head reaches down. Inhale. Press through the feet and rise all the way up. Look up. And exhale to Samasthitihi. So take a moment, hands at heart center. Close your eyes. And then inhale, bend the knees. Utkatasana. But then we're coming all the way down to a squat. Open up the knees. Reach forward. Stretch out your spine. Arms are reaching in line with the ears. You can stay working there or take the hands down, knees toward the armpits for Bakasana. Lean your body weight forward. Press away from the floor, rounding the back a little, and then either step or hop, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose for a moment. And then we'll step it lightly by the right hand. Stand the ball of your back foot. Come on up. Actually, keep your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. Twist. Then squeeze outer hips, inner thighs. Keep pulling your right hip back. We'll keep the arms just like they are. And come on up into a twist with your arms reaching out. So try and keep your shoulders above your hips and try and keep your right knee above your ankle. And then lean forward, hooking your left arm across for prayer twist. As you inhale, try and lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, maybe a little deeper, even left hand to the floor, right arm up if you'd like. Feel free to use a block here as well. Unwind, bring the hands down to plank and Chaturanga exhaling. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, back down dog. Left leg up, inhale, exhale, knee toward the nose, and then hover and step it forward. Stay on the ball of your back foot, keep your right hand down, and reach up through the left arm. So as best you can, pull your left hip back and keep lifting your right hip up. Now squeeze outer hips, inner thighs, come on up, keeping that twist. Reach through the arms. Try to get your shoulders right above your hips. And then lean forward, hooking the right arm across. Press the palms together for prayer twist, or right hand down, left arm up. Every inhale, see if you can get some length. As you exhale, maybe twisting deeper. Unwind your twist and exhale through Chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog and exhaling back into downward dog. Breathing here. Just take a couple long breaths. Remember, you can always push pause and take a rest anytime you like. Now look forward and bend your knees. Step or hop the feet up. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, fold. And then bend the knees into Utkatasana. Reach up. And to standing Samastitihi. And then hands together again. Close the eyes for a moment. And then we'll bend the knees again. Inhaling all the way back down into that squat. So drop the tailbone down. Reach the arms forward. Lengthen out the spine. My feet are together. My heels are off the floor. You might be able to keep yours on. That's good too. Bring the hands down. Knees up toward the armpits for Bakasana, or you can stay with that squat. Shift the weight forward. Try to bring feet together and up, and then step or float, Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling back into down dog. Now, right leg up again, and knee to nose for a moment, hover, and then step it through. Staying again on the ball of the back foot, we'll come into high lunge for a moment. Bend the back knee, lengthen through the lower back. Keep the ribs and belly in. Now, step the back foot in about half a foot. Take it flat, line up heel to heel. Take your right hand to your low back. If you have a block, put it on the outside or the inside of your right foot. Left arm up. Exhale to come forward for twisting triangle, Pavrita Trikonasana, but then inhale, sweep the arm back up. So as you exhale, you're going to come in like you're going to twist a triangle, but then inhale with a nice long spine, sweep the arm back up. Do that once again. Exhale, hinge from the hips forward, keep the hips level, right hip pulls back. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, come forward. This time we'll keep the hand down on the block or the floor. Pull the right hip back, twisting, and lift up through the left arm. Keep drawing the right hip back and drawing the left hip in towards center. Inhale creates length. Exhale, maybe twist in deeper. And then inhale, bring the block to the other side and lift up through the left leg, warrior 3. Just for a couple breaths, drop the outer left hip down. And then reach for the floor. Left hand on the block or the floor underneath the shoulder. And twist again, reach up through the right arm. So turning the belly, ribs and chest to twist, but the hips stay level. Continue to drop the outer left hip down. And then now step your feet together. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga. Inhaling up, pressing through the hands and feet. Exhale, back into downward dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee toward nose, pausing a moment here. And then step it through. Stay on the ball of the back foot for a couple breaths. Come on up into high lunge. Tailbone's lengthening, hip bones are lifting up. Back foot flat, now walk it in. Square up hips and shoulders to the front. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, take your right hand down toward the floor. And then with a long spine, inhale, bring it up. And again, exhale, reach out and then over, hinging from the hips. Inhale, long spine, sweep it all the way up. And again, exhale, hinge from the hips, reach out and down, create that length. And you don't have to touch the floor, just take it as far as it can go comfortably. And then get your block handy if you like it. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach it down to the floor or the block. Big toe side's a little bit easier. Pull the left hip back and twist. Belly, rib cage, chest. And then add up through the top arm, excuse me, unless it bothers your shoulder. Keep squeezing your outer hips and inner thighs. And then let's move that block out of the way and press hands to heart, lifting your right leg from the inner thigh. Warrior 3. Keep your chest lifted. Try not to let your shoulder heads drop down. Then hands to the floor. And keep that right hand on the block if it's there. Reach up through the left arm. So your right wrist is under the right shoulder, dropping down the right outer hip, twisted half moon. And then step the feet together. Take your feet wide, about as wide as the mat. Drop the hips down into another squat malasana. So your knees and second toes will line up. That means your feet could be parallel or they might turn out like my feet do. Lengthening out the spine, stretching out the hips. If you can't go down that low, no problem. Go down as far as you can. Start to make your way back up into plank pose. And then lower slowly all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes, come to the tops of the feet, arms by your sides. Inhale, lift up into Shalabhasana. Keep the back of the neck long. Inner thighs are lifting up. Pubic bone presses down gently. And the belly lifts away from the floor. And then come down to rest. Once again, Shalabhasana, arms in line with ears this time. Lifting everything up, inner thighs lift up. Keep the ribs in, tailbones reaching toward the heels. And then come down and rest. I don't know if you heard that little mew. That's our little kitten saying hello. And then hands by ribs. Inhale, pressing into up dog or cobra. And then exhale, come back into downward dog. Look forward, step or hop and sit. So if you do have a block, get it handy. And come onto your back, feet are hips width apart. Bridge pose, lift up. Make sure the outer edges of your feet stay parallel. Interlace the fingers if you like. Chins away from the chest. Spiral the thighs in toward each other. Breathing here. Lengthen the tailbone toward the backs of your knees. And then come on down to rest a moment. So we'll do another bridge, or if you'd like wheel pose, hands up by the ears. Elbows are parallel. Keep the feet parallel as well. First, press onto the crown of the head. Line up your wrists under your elbows. Exhale, press all the way up. Lengthen out the front of the body. Tailbone still reaching toward backs of knees, arms and ears in line. Make sure the toes don't turn out. They always like to. Chin into the chest to come down. And rest. So if you do have a block, put it right at the base of your spine for supported bridge. If you don't have a block, you can come into bridge, or you can come in and just hold your low back with your hands. Keep the chin away from the chest here as you breathe. Thighs spiral in gently toward each other. A nice restful pose. Now, we'll start to lift the legs up toward the ceiling. So if you don't have a block, you can still lift the legs up, no problem. This is a variation of Viparita Karani, or the legs up the wall pose. It's another calming pose as we cool ourselves down after our little detox. And then return your feet to the floor, remove the block if it's there, and hug your knees into your chest into Apanasana. Gently rock side to side, and then start to rock back and forth up and down your spine. Come all the way up to seated. And then extend the legs. Pull the toes back, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge from the hips forward. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale and extend. Crown of the head is reaching toward the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extend, keeping the spine nice and long. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, lead with the chest. And exhale to extend. So as best we can, we'll keep the spine long. If you're up a little higher, look toward your toes. If you're down a little lower, look toward your shins or ankles. Inhale, head up. Exhale to release. Soles of feet together, knees apart, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, with a long spine, come forward. So hinging from the hips. Again, leading a little with the chest. Nice long breaths here. Imagine the breath flowing up and down the spine, removing any blockages. Inhale to come up. And then we'll make our way onto our backs. Bring your right knee into the chest, extend your left leg out onto the floor. And then take your right knee across for a twist. Look over the left shoulder, as long as that's okay on your neck. Now, if this twist isn't comfortable for you, you can also bend your left knee. It's a little less intense. On this one, I like it. It's a good twist. Come back to center, hug that knee in, and then we'll switch. Left knee hugs in, right leg extends. As you exhale, take your knee over to the right side and looking left. Inhale your way through center. Make sure your hips are level. We're going to make our way into Shavasana. So exhale everything out. Let your feet flap open, arms by your sides, palms faced up, tailbones reaching toward the heels, and then close your eyes. Coming into natural breathing. Let everything sink into the floor and just relax. I'll be back in a moment. As you continue resting a little bit longer, our quote is from T.S. Eliot. Since we are approaching the end of another year, his quote is, "For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice. And to make an end is to make a beginning." I will encourage you once again to get a notebook, write down all of your gratitude for the year that's coming to a close, and write down all the things you'd like to intend for the new year coming, a new beginning. Take a nice long stretch. Longer breath, bend the knees, roll to your right. And as you're ready, let's press up to seated. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Let's bring our hands up to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communication. Sending out this wonderful energy to all beings everywhere for peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and visit fightmasteryoga.com. There's a link below for donations. There's also a button on our website. Those help us to continue to make videos and make yoga available to everyone. And the donations are really going toward helping support our little boys and our family. We live very modestly in Southern California, and being a yoga teacher doesn't pay all that well. So any help is totally and completely appreciated, and we're super grateful. I hope that you have the best day ever. And I thank you again for being part of our Fightmaster Yoga community. See you soon. Bye-bye.